Welcome everyone to another Raid Shadow Legends video. I'm DM recording from Down Under. In this video, I'm going to show you how to convert your Prism Pulls from an event that's before a champion chase to one that's after. So as we can see here, assuming we're not going to play Waiting Legends, here we go. So champion chase here, it starts in 5.5 minutes. When we have a look at the portal, you can see it's 5:23 for the summon pool to end. So what we're going to do is we've got them stacked up here. All we're going to do is not pull, wait until the event starts, and then we're going to go into this tab. As long as you don't click this tab, now this can work for obviously greater periods. This one's quite close, which is why I can do it in the same video. But if you want to do it in one that's maybe 24 hours apart, for example, you can do this, get your shards, earn them through things like the Sand Devil tournaments, that kind of thing. Once you've got them here, sitting here, ready to go, just don't click the summon pool. So have a look at it beforehand, all that. But when this event ends, the moment that ends, do not touch it. That's the key here. And then what it's going to do is it's going to go to your inbox. Forgive me, mine is a bit full at the moment. Make sure you've got the space for the amount of pulls that you're going to have. And then they're going to just appear in here. As long as you do that all after the event starts, then in theory, we should be all good. So let's have a look. We've got 4 minutes until this all starts. We have a look at the summon pool. We have got Shredder as our main guy, limited time as part of the Turtles event. We do also have Riho Bone Spear. She's got the continuous heals, quite good for an A1. Stuns, HP burns, decrease defense, weaken, decrease attack, decrease crit rate. Great for Chimera, I believe, or just in general, just to really get those debuffs going. And then block debuffs is always one of the most useful things out there, plus a heal to go with it, as well as removing debuffs from it. Passive, when receiving any debuffs, returns them from this champion back to the attacker. Huge as well. So she's quite good. If you're looking for someone who's based around debuffs, then she's going to be one of the best for it. Shredder, we know, is a HP champion with the HP aura. All damage based off HP. Strange ability gets stronger each hit as it goes on. Then we've got destroys enemies' defense, leech, as well as putting himself under the veil. And then on the A3, attacks all enemies before attacking, steals all buffs from a single target. Can't be resisted if he's under veil. So you might want to get him under the veil before doing all of this for it. The veil is very weird for him. It comes up under this active effect. When he loses 20% of his max HP in one attack, has 100% chance to evade. When the guarantee evade effect activates, places a perfect veil buff on this champion for 2 turns. So he needs to lose 20% of his max HP. Then he evades the next attack, and then he gets his perfect veil. It's a bit complicated for what it is. You probably want to pair him with a veil champion, that kind of thing. Now, having a look here, we're getting quite close to the 2 minutes. We've got a couple of orcs, Shyax with Crocat. If you don't have Shyax, he's in here. Artak for HP, the recent fusion, that kind of thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump out as this slowly ticks down. And in theory, I'll show the epics at the same time. Husk, good for early games for Hydra. Duoden's one of my favorite, just a tanky guy with the taunt, counter attack, that kind of thing. You'll find him in Faction Wars a lot because he's so hard to take down. Taragi is quite strong for the Shadowkin. We've got Magna for the New King. Orn for poisons for Sylvan Watchers. Vogoth stays alive quite well as well. And Miscreated Monster, great ally protect that just likes to stay alive. But yeah, essentially we're going to do that. We're going to wait for these to pull. Now you can get, for a champion chase, champions from any location, such as if you pull them from fragments that you've got saved up. So if you've been doing fusions, don't pull the fusion at the end, assuming it's a fragment fusion. You can then pull them on a subsequent champion chase, that kind of thing. You can get ones from Embrus, for example, doing Chimera or Cursity with Carnage. They're available as well. So there's quite a few different, you know, sources you can get fragments from as well. So these are the tricks to try and boost up when you don't have enough of a shard pool. Keep in mind this weekend we are going to have voids. I believe it should be 2 times void with a chance of getting shredder. So I'm kind of hoping that I just get the shredder now so I don't need to. But I do have a couple of voids that I can probably maybe luck out on one legendary, and hopefully it is shredder. With voids, the 10 times chance, that kind of thing, is a little bit stronger than ancients and sacreds because the pool is smaller. But in saying that, it's still not that strong a pool for it. So here we go. We're seeing the summon pool. That's now ending. Now I'm going to give it a little bit of extra time just to be on the safe side because I really don't want to, you know, risk that kind of thing. We'll see the void has just started. It's the first time I've actually watched it switch over. So that's kind of interesting watching that happen. But that would be the voids that I'm just talking about. Get your chance to get shredder. And then we have April's event finishing up quite soon. And then Leo with the Hero's Path. Looks like, I think I was watching Nubs with a video where he estimated that it's going to be literally the last thing for Turtles. But we could be seeing it. There's still 350 points, I think, for the April event that we could possibly be seeing. So we might see it just tacked on there at the end, considering the previous Hero's Path had 400 points in it. You know, we could be seeing something like 300 in there and maybe like the fusion warm up with 50 or something like that. Yeah, so still got a few chances to get the turtles, but we are starting to run out of time. We have got Raphael with the Hothead Deck of Fate. I've been putting a few points in there. I've got my soul stones saved up. There will be a video. I did do one of my clan members videos already, but I've got a few saved up for that kind of thing for it. So we have a look here. I'm not seeing any champions sitting here in my inbox, so it hasn't happened yet. Tournaments, let's have a look at it, because we really want that tournament to start before we do it. When you've got the loading on there, don't assume it's working yet. It's not a safe place to start doing it. I have seen people say with a Dungeon Divers event or something like that where it's loading and they've started doing it and none of the points counted towards it. So keep an eye out on that. You want to see, obviously it's got the loading at the moment because it's still trying to match all of that up. So keep an eye on this, see what it wants to do. Champion Chase still loading. Could be playing a Raid Wait Shadow Legends instead of Raid Shadow Legends. What else have we got? We've got Fire Night coming up. Shredder's Wrath tournament. I've been doing that at the moment just to try and get these. That's been quite easy. These events, you can just pretty much burn through the energy you earn. They're nothing too exciting. It's the Hero's Path and the summoning events where they take their toll for it. So grab your points. It's always worth it just for a few of the easier rewards. So if we have a look at this, we go back. Ancient Shard, gems, you know, some Mortal Soul coins, just all helps overall. If you're struggling with Sand Devil or Phantom Shogun, you can get the rewards there to start boosting that early. Chickens for leveling up. And then the Primal Shard here. You should be able to get 600 points, you know, somewhat easy with it. But yeah, almost here. Avatar frame, honestly, it's cool, but I'm pretty set on my current Cheshire Cat and this nice avatar frame here that I've got. I think it was maybe like the Chaos Awakens one for it. I've collected a few now. Once you've got one or two, it's kind of pointless getting all the different ones. You're not going to use them. There's no option to cycle it through. That could be a cool feature that they could do, is if you had a random frame. So when you went into live arena, for example, each time you got a different frame or something like that. I'm not too sure. But yeah, still got the 500 points of this section to go as well. And this is where the big rewards are. April herself, Legendary Skill Tome again, Barrel, Chicken, Mythic Tome. You know, this is the good stuff. Rank 3, should be a rank 4 really, but we're getting there. They are slowly improving those Chimera rewards. Obviously, they don't want to burn out that too quickly. So Champion Chase really wants to hold on. Weird thing with it is they've got the Shredder Soul, but I think that's only for people who earned him in the previous Champion Chase tournament. So he was a reward. So 1 in 100 people for all the groups would earn Shredder for it. I have seen some people, even actually Hell Hades did a video where, you know, he spent like 7,000 points and got Shredder at the last second. I had a clanmate who did that as well. Whereas mine, for example, was well over 15,000, and they were probably actually watching heavily on that kind of thing. So, but yeah, otherwise we are playing a bit more Weight Shadow Legends. Did actually expect this video to go a little bit smoother. Now, as always with the prisms, don't expect much out of them. I'm not. It'd be nice to get Lucky Shredder for it, but yeah. So we'll be doing that event for the Hothead later. Champ training still going on. I've got a few resources for it. So tonight, Soul Stones and maybe some Voids if we get lucky on the video. Still going. It's really pushing it back. It really doesn't want this video to end. It knows that I'm waiting. Nothing for it at all. This is another one of those problems with the raid is, you know, they take so long to set up things. They get people amped up. I don't know why this needs to load so long when it's had a 24-hour cooldown, you know, preparing everything for it. Why wouldn't you do this loading phase before the event starts so that it's ready to go? That's quite weird with it. But what else can we show? There's really not too much else with it. We are literally just going to be sitting here waiting as we try and get this to tick over. And this is the problem. If it was not a video, I wouldn't even be sitting here. I would have just come back half an hour later, maybe even a day later, you know, depending on when I wanted to actually pull voids or that kind of stuff for it. Let's have a look at some of those other champions. We did have that recent fusion, which was a dwarf. If I can find my dwarves, there are. Granite himself will be hiding away from me. There he is down here. I was actually keen for him, but I didn't want to waste the shards for it. I thought this ability would pair well with Fabian. Removes any fear, true fear, provoke, stun, freeze, sleep, and petrification debuffs from this champion. Quite good in the arena, and if you pair that with Fabian, it pretty much eliminates 2 of your champions from actually suffering all these effects. So I thought that was quite interesting. His A3, if I remember correctly, hits quite hard. Removes all debuffs, places a shatter, increased crit damage on all allies, ignores unkillable stone skin block damage, unkillable, if the target is not under them, then it does 200% damage, 100% more damage. An extra attack if it kills everyone. So you're ignoring stone skin, unkillable, and block damage, which means essentially they've got no way of stopping you from killing them, whilst also having the ability to not be CC'd as well. So I feel like that's quite strong pairing. I think everyone's upset mainly because of his A2. Gives you increased accuracy, has a chance to decrease defense and block buffs, but hits quite weak. It is an AoE compared to this one, which is single target, but yeah, I think a lot of people were a bit disappointed by that. His A1's actually pretty decent, has the ability to remove a random buff from the target and ignore their defense. So strong on A1, A3, just his A2 was what a lot of people were getting quite upset with. But I'll switch over for those who want that comparison with Fabian, who is, I want to say undead. Yeah, there he is. So here we go. So again, removes any stun, freeze, sleep, provoke, fear, and true fear and petrifications before the start of his turn. And when an enemy is revived, places a true fear debuff on them for 2 turns. I think that's actually like the new fusion coming up. I'll have to double check the actual wording in that for it. But I think the new fusion, who's also undead, is doing something similar to that. That is one of the problems with the way I find raid doing factions, is they often have all of these champions grouped together. So for example, Shadowkin struggling on revivers. Meanwhile, the Sacred Order, I want to say, have like 1,000,000 great ones. We've got Artor, Noel, Cardial, I think, maybe has the revive as well. Maybe. Could be wrong. Oh, revive on death, sorry. For it. And then you've got Godseeker as well, Cardinal. Like, for one faction, that's plenty of revive options for it. Meanwhile, in Shadowkin, where are we? Down here, we have, I want to say, Kimura, maybe? Block revive. Maybe not. Revives one random ally with 30% and 30% turn meter each time a block revive debuff is placed. So they need to target a dead enemy, block revive on them, and then that will revive a random ally. Super bizarre for it. And I think, oh, this one's going to be a tough one for me. I'm going to be picking a random one. Bear with me. It's going to be one of these. It's not you, I don't think. No. Kinigashi. There it is. Kinigashi is the one as an epic reviver. Revives an ally, just one. 50% HP turn meter. Single revive, epic only option, or this guy's with his weird one. So it's weird that, you know, they stack factions in that kind of regard. Super bizarre, but anyway, let's hope this has ticked over. Somehow it hasn't. My God. Trying to be nice about the wording that I use here, but seriously, this should have already started. We are 11 minutes, like well over to... What's the point of saying you're going to start at one time and then starting 15 minutes later? Super bizarre. Oh, is that dot going to change it? There it goes. Champion Chase. Just had to whinge for it. So let's have a look. We've got the Mythic Tome up here. That could be nice. 200, 300 pizza points. That's steep. Again, it's been quite rough on how they've spread these points out in this event. But luckily, we are going for it anyway. Emberus, Marius, these prisms, and a bunch of voids should get me well and truly through all of this for it. So... see if we can get this leaderboard to go just because I'm getting paranoid on it. Doesn't want to. Always worried by Raid and their servers. Everything that starts seems to be a bit touchy for it. I got a couple more tries, but once we're at this point, we should be good because we've got the rewards here. There we go. So here's that top reward. So it's for everyone, not just people that are that earned during that champion chase. So it's interesting. It is a pool of 50, I want to say. Yeah, 50, which is weird compared to the normal 100 that they have for it. But either way, this is all up. So in theory, let's try and do this. We're at 0 points. We've got nothing in here. We then go summon pool. Got the red dot over here. Here we go. Auto summon. Is this mine? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. Is that real? Oh my God. Shredder and Riho, and there's a Bevold. Oh my God, guys, my mind's blown. The last 2 videos, we have pulled literally nothing but epics. Add it to your inbox. All right, let's go have a look. Let's have a look, guys. No way. I don't have to pull voids. That's gonna... well, I might have to just for the sake of that tournament, but... all right, let's collect. There he is. There's Shredder. Shredder and Riho. I've got them both. Oh, this is why we love Raid Shadow Legends, right? After trash talking it for the last 15, 20 minutes. Yeah, it finally comes through. I will say, so I've been playing King Arthur Legends Rise, and I love, 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 love that game. Not as much as I love Raid, I don't think, but I really love it. I love that it complements my raid time because I've done a video where you can do all your daily quests within 20 minutes. But I'll spend a few hours doing it, doing other content as well. It's really good because as a free-to-play player, I can just play that alongside raid and not miss out, you know, that kind of thing. Raid's one of those toxic relationships where you really know you need to get out of it. It's, you know, a love-hate kind of constantness. You get so angry because so many bad things happen. You don't, you know, you spend some money and you get nothing, or whatever it may be. You waste some resources, that kind of thing. But then you get these moments where you pull some amazing champions and it just changes your outlook on everything. Like, that is, it's blowing my mind that I was going to be really excited if I got Shredder, like really excited. But I'm speechless by getting Riho at the same time and Bevold. Bevold I don't have, so it's just a good extra addition on it. All right, let's go have a look. Let's scroll down. Still don't know that I believe that it's real. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Where is it? There he is. So with Raphael coming from the Soul Stones, April, I just have Leo's event. Assuming that there's not some kind of major hurdle, I'll actually be able to get all the turtle characters. That blows my mind. I was really upset with... Sorry to keep going, by the way, guys. I'm sorry if this is dragging on a bit, but when the Monster Hunter challenge, the Rathalos and all those kind of champions came out, I wasn't really in the same composition. I'd never spent any money or raid at that point. I played quite passively. There was one point where I actually got up to like 70,000 energy because I just log in, do a couple of dailies, do a little bit of content here and there. But I really wasn't progressing or doing anything. I was really just hoarding and collecting random stuff. When that came out, I didn't have the ability to get Elatrian, Archer, or Fortis, or whatever the last guy's name was. So I missed out on those, and based on what they've done, I'll never be able to get them. And especially like Archer, like she's been amazing for a lot of people. Granted, there's always someone new, someone better for it. And Elatrian's a unique champion, has some quite unique things. So yeah, very excited to hopefully complete this collection. Maybe not spend a couple of dollars for a little bit because honestly, I only spent the money just to do this video, but that's an amazing pull. That's an amazing finish to the week for me. And yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this because yeah, that's blown my mind. So thank you so much guys for watching. Leave a comment. Let me know how you went.